Hello. I think you can tell based on the jacket and the setup where I am. Welcome to another day at Mom's. It is pretty okay right now because I decided to be smart about it, and I was like, gonna set the live for 7, gonna shower before the live begins. That way I won't be as depressed trying to procrastinate on showering in a very cold, sad, dark, lonely house in the basement with a non-existent shower head because the shower head was kind of clogged when I came to the house, and like out of, I don't know, 12 or 20 holes on the faucet head, only like 2 worked, so the water would like spurt out in 2 very painful gushes. And finally, after a couple of showers that way, my cousin came over one day and just started like fixing stuff for me. And he took off the shower head and he was like, keep this. You're gonna need to go to the hardware store and you're gonna need to find a shower head that has the same thread. And then it's an easy fix. And then I was like, okay. And then I put the shower head that he took off on the little sill by the door. And I was like, I'm gonna go today to get a shower head. That was probably 3 weeks ago. I still have not replaced the shower head, but it's okay. Instead of 2 dastard gushes, we have 1 solid stream. I have figured out a way to take a shower without being in pain. And, you know, humans, we are very adaptable. Everything that seems to be a disaster or a tribulation right now will be fine. You'll get used to it. I have gotten used to it. No furniture pickups today, unfortunately. Stooping in Queens, I think, is very busy, and they unfortunately didn't repost my stories from yesterday trying to give away my bed and very sad old computer desks. So those are probably going to be pretty hard sells because the desks are really old. The bed is old but in very good shape, but also very heavy. And I think in general with beds, people are just less likely to take them. Not even talking about the mattress itself, but just like the bed frame sometimes, especially if it is heavy. But I am currently putting on my oils for the night, and then I'm going to be putting on this leave-in conditioner that I brought from Woodside the first week that I knew I was going to stay at Mom's, because I thought Mom wouldn't have all the stuff that I needed, but Mom has all the stuff that I need and more, but it's here now, so I should use it. How is everyone's Wednesday? It's been very temperate in New York for November, which makes me fearful because that usually means it's gonna get a lot colder very quickly. So we'll just have to stay tuned for that. Isolated at work? Is it because nobody's there, or is it because just nobody knows how to socialize with each other anymore? My house was looking really neat yesterday when people came in to take stuff, and now it is a fucking mess again. Some days just truly feel like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And it's been like that for a month now. And my anxiety is growing because the countdown of returning to work is getting realer and realer. I have less than 3 weeks to try to make this house happen. Boy, oh boy. Hello, hello, hello all. Guess what we're gonna be doing tonight? I already binged heavily for hours because I wanted to put off cleaning. But let me just show you. My major clean today was the front closet. Here's the garbage pile. It's mostly recycling actually. There's no real garbage because garbage pickup came yesterday. Bins are things that I want to take back home. Have you seen this photo of Mom? I think you have. There's a photo of Mom. There's a bag of bags Mom was hoarding. I've already started using some of them. Random cables. Mr. Frog, who you've met. I was supposed to put him out yesterday with the garbage. I didn't because I forgot. So now I have to look at him for another week. Mr. Frog is very sad. Closet rack, I think I already have a taker for. That closet rack, I already have a taker for. Clothes, probably just gonna put into a drop box very soon. CDs, we're gonna trash. Nobody has been picking up the CDs at all. By the way, does anybody want a jar of ginseng candy? Ginseng. They're like Chinese ginseng candy. They are sweet and kind of bitter, like ginseng is. So if you want a whole jar of ginseng candy, let me know. Because I do not want it. So here is, oh, I didn't lock my door. Here is my accomplishment of the day. The shoes, mostly trashed and or donated. I sort of vacuumed the dust bunnies out. I have a lot of house slippers to probably just throw out because nobody's gonna want them. I mean, that's about it. So what I have to do now is I'm going to take a drink of water because we have to stay hydrated. And then what I have to do is, guess what, y'all? I found more stuff to shred. I'm very displeased. I thought I was done with shredding. I was not. I thought I was done shredding before this weekend, before last weekend, which is why I returned the shredder. And then I found a box of mail yesterday in the garage that I shred by hand, and I thought I was done. But I was not done. A whole stack. And they are all unopened. All of them are unopened. Hydrating first. No, you're not bringing back the shredder. We are going to solve this issue tonight. We're just going to cut. We are just going to tear. We are just going to cry over them until my tears soak through and disintegrate the paper. Let your shredder rest. Your shredder has given more than 3 lifetimes to me. Thank you so much. We're just going to do the rest of this by hand. Ugh, wet hair. Very sad news. I broke the scissor today. I mean, I wouldn't say I broke it. I would say I took the scissor back from Mom's workplace because I remember growing up with this pair of scissors. But the moment I picked it up today and tried to cut something, the handle just like broke. I guess the plastic was too old and maybe there was already a fracture there, but well, bam. But I can still use it by doing this. 500 bars of soap in the closet. That's a real thing. My mom loved to put soap in the closet. Sorry. I need to figure out where to put you guys that is stable. How about there? That's not stable. My mom loves to put soap in the closet next to the clothes. Apparently she uses it sort of like a mothball. I guess it works for the most part. What was I doing? Just lost my train of thought. Ooh, a fly. Let's kill it. Sorry, was that you, Mom? I have been talking to Mom more frequently today, which makes me feel a little bit crazier about myself. I also already have deep cuts on my hands, so I'm gonna put some cream and some Band-Aids on. If I can figure out where I put the fucking Band-Aids. Okay, well, we don't have antibiotic cream, but we do have tire balm. Hey. Better than nothing, I think. It's probably gonna sear a little bit. I lit some incense today and offered her some date cookies as I ate them. And I think my brain went to a place where I started imagining what she would have said if I had offered her the cookies in real life while she was alive. And kind of like played pretend. I think that she would have liked them, but she might have said it's still a little too sweet. I think she would have liked the buttery outsides. And I think if I had offered her more than one, she would have said, no, you keep it, you eat it. And I would insist, and I would put 2 or 3 in a little plastic tub for her, and I would say, no, at least you keep more, a few more. I think I can just shred all of these because they're all Capital One accounts for the most part, and I've already checked in with Capital One about her accounts, hoping that the bank doesn't lie to me. Ooh, boy. It is so much more fun in Woodside, isn't it? Fuck, I hate it here. I hate it here. I have to stay here tonight because tomorrow morning at 10, I'm meeting my final realtor candidate. Do you guys have any advice on what to look for in a realtor? What are red flags for agents? What are green flags for agents? Hit me with your advice. I know that probably not many of us ever have to sell houses, but I'm sure some of you have. Check the realtor and the percent of sales and time scale. Oh, I don't know about property laws at all. I would like to think that I'm a better judge of character than my mom was. Because my mom was not a good one. Yes, I have been given anywhere from 3% to 5% so far from different agents. Not telling the whole story up front. What kind, like my mom's story up front? I've been telling all of them up front. My mom's story. Too late. I am not one to not tell the full story up front. Unfortunately, I would obviously love to sell this house for as much money as possible, but I will not be using any of the usual recommended tactics to get that end achieved. Sorry, what, new question. What is the difference between the broker and the realtor? I thought they were the same. Agent works for the broker. I see. So is broker the company that they work under? Like the agency? I see. Well, this goes to show you how much I know about real estate, huh? So, how many people am I gonna have to pay to sell this house? Am I paying an agent, a broker, and a lawyer as well? And there's like a title company involved? Is that 4 fees to sell the house? I feel like I'm gonna be losing like a third of the proceeds of the sale, right? To just transactional fees. In New York, I have to pay a lawyer too. It's gonna be a few thousand, I think. I think it varies from like 2,000 to 5,000. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to hire a real estate attorney. For sure. What would you guys say is the worst part about selling a house? Paperwork. Yep. Yep. Yeah, legalese. It really does suck. I mean, if cleaning it out is the worst, I'm almost done. Does anybody live in New York know about the tax breaks that come with selling, buying property? Is there anything that I should be, I've had many people tell me that I should be buying property after I sell the house because that's like a big tax break. But exactly how much tax break are we talking about here? Because I don't really want to buy property. But then again, I also don't know what I want to do with this money. There's inheritance tax? I was told that there was none under a certain amount. Bye, Shelly. It has to be in the same calendar year, or is it within 12 months of selling and buying? Yes, I have been asking a lot of realtors questions. I have been paying attention to their mannerisms. There's very different personalities that have come through, for sure. They all seem very nice, but that's probably because they all want to make money. But they have all been referrals so far, so I have not done any cold outreach to agents I don't know. Oh, don't worry. I will go to an expert since I will be paying for a lawyer. My life is lawyers, waiting, and cleaning right now. What happens if the realtor doesn't know that area very well? What's the worst that can happen? Bye, Laura. Right, I will also have to hire an accountant. You can't have money without paying for it. Well, that seems good. I don't have any counselors in my life right now. There's a limit to how much you can put into IRAs, isn't there? I feel like in previous years you couldn't go over 6,000 into your IRAs, Roth or traditional. I could have left Allllll even before my mom died, but I need the health insurance, y'all. CDs have terrible shit rates right now. Fun fact, tomorrow's live will also be coming to you from Mom's house. And I am thinking that we either make that cake, if I get the chance to go back to Woodside enough to pick up that flour, because I didn't bring it with me today, or we can fry off the shrimp chips, which I think will be a delightful thing. Lobster chips, whatever they are. I've never heard of Zoopla. Live from Mama's house. I'd love to be an announcer. So Karen, the thing about taxes on transferred IRA accounts is that unfortunately spouses don't get taxed, but I will. I don't know why, but I'm gonna get taxed. But if Mom's IRA account had gone to Dad, I don't think Dad would have been taxed. It's different rules of the game for different family members. Oh, yeah. How many lives have you missed? I found so many. What does this say? Time to ask Dad. Oh, I guess I could use Google Lens instead of bothering Dad. Although I think Dad likes it when I ask him stuff. Let me see. What does Google Translate say? Oh, I think somebody else opened it, and then said, sorry, wrong letter. I didn't look inside. And then she taped it back up. Got it. So Karen, if you leave your children IRA accounts, not worth it. But if you do leave your kids IRA accounts, Roth IRA is going to be better for them because you will have already paid the taxes going into a Roth, so they don't have to pay it again when they withdraw it. But traditional IRA is quite possibly the worst thing to leave your kids. Obviously, the best thing to leave your kids is just a bank account with their name as beneficiary. It will be the least painful, I think. But who am I to say? I don't know shit yet. I'm just trying to wade through this pile of garbage myself. But you know, like, definitely leave your kids a will if you can. It's really not fun if you don't have a will in place. You just tried Allllll. Why didn't you like it? Well, because it's not hot pot. It's just warm broth in a bowl, in a plastic bowl, in a plastic foam bowl. That's not the experience of hot pot. Hot pot, you need people. You need noise. You need a cart wheeled over to you with your ingredients on it. You need your tabletop simply smacked with piles of plates of things that you look at and you're like, wow, cool, variety. And then like 20 minutes in, you would be like, oh shit, we ordered too much. And then 40 minutes in, everybody's like starting to get really full, where if you burp, you feel a little bit of food coming up. And then the spicy oil is kind of going back up your throat with every burp. And then everybody's like, wow, we ordered too much. And then there's going to be like 1 or 2 people at the table who will continue eating, like me, until they can't walk anymore. Like, that's the experience of hot pot. You don't get any of that with a self-heating bowl of hot pot. And you also don't really get to mix your sauces. So that's no fun. That's kind of like eating funnel cake out of a microwavable package. Like, nobody wants to eat fucking microwavable funnel cake. They want to eat it at a carnival or a state fair. They want to get it hot from the fryer oil, dusted with way too much powdered things that you like accidentally snort up your nose, and then you're like, that feels kind of good and kind of weird. like, we never think about how much we love that food item is because of the context that we had it in, right? It's all about who you ate it with, what your memories are surrounding that food, what the environment that you were in when you experienced that food for the first time was like. Like, so much nostalgia is tied up in your favorite foods. Sometimes it is just about the food though, because like taro is one of those things where you have it outside from a bakery or like a dim sum place and you're like, wow, that taro is amazing. And then you go home and you buy taro and then you like steam it yourself and then you eat it and you're like, wow, this tastes like a dirt potato. But some foods that I love, I don't really have precious memories associated with it. Like peanut butter, the origin story of peanut butter is unclear to me in my life. I love taro, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love taro now. But you really have to, like, put sugar in it to make it taste good. And you gotta put fat in it to make it taste good. I can eat plain taro, but it's not very enjoyable in the way that you can eat plain chickpeas. And it's not very enjoyable. I'll eat it because I like mush, but it needs something. I've actually never had avocado in a sweet setting before. My mom loved avocado. She loved avocado. And I have to say, Deb, I had poi once and I did not like it. I was very, very disappointed by it. I was looking very forward to trying it and then I was like, what am I supposed to be tasting here? No. I think avocado with sweetened condensed milk is a Vietnamese thing. Is that right? I just assumed because like poi is fermented taro, right? So I was expecting more flavor, but it kind of just tasted like taro, like plain taro. So I was very confused. I have never had cucumber ice cream and I'm very intrigued. The IRA tax I will pay when I withdraw, but I also get taxed on the proceeds of the IRA when I withdraw it. And I think I have to withdraw all of Mom's IRA within the next 5 to 10 years. Unfortunately, it will count as income and not inheritance, which sucks balls. Honey lavender ice cream is one of my favorite flavors. I've never had avocado brownie cookies. Am I missing out? Is my life incomplete? I have had nasi lemak. I love it. Good scary movies. I don't like scary movies, but my two favorite scary movies are The Babadook and It Follows. I gotta have a movie with like meaning, you know? I remember in college I watched The Descent because my friends were going to see it for like a Halloween showing and I hated every single fucking second of it. One of the worst movie experiences I've ever had in my life, period. Ooh, I love Papa Rich. I haven't had Papa Rich in way too long. I love Papa Rich. That roti. Do we think Get Out is a scary movie? I mean, yes, it's a scary movie. Is it horror? Is it actually horror? I guess. Get Out is one of those movies where I can't really quite put it into a box. Psych horror. Psych horror sounds about right. Ooh, by the way, if anybody lives in New York City and want to pick these up, I have like 5 pairs of slippers that Grandma made. She made these by hand, y'all. They're fabric slippers. She sewed it by hand. So if you need house slippers, Grandma has you covered. They come in different colors. Holly, I am not sending it across the pond, my lady. No. They won't let people at the rehab wear them. They won't even let Grandma wear her own socks. Any kind of thing that they have on their foot must have grip. They cannot deal with slips and falls, unfortunately. I'm still trying to ask them about having a commode. And they're just like, we can't have it because they will trip over it and fall. And we don't want to be responsible for that, which really fucking sucks, y'all. Like, that's the one common thing that Grandma always tells me about, is just like how in the night when she has to go pee or poop, there's no one to help her. Which just is shit. I think it's every place, unfortunately, Holly. But I'm sure there's a few beautiful places that aren't like this, but they're probably not covered by Medicaid. Holly. Believe you me, you do not want to move to this country. I think you are better off staying where you are, probably. There is a bathroom in her room already, Laura. It's just too much of a walk for her. It's like maybe 40 feet away from her bed. I think she suffered a fall last year that necessitated a surgery of some sort. That was when my mom was really burning out, taking care of her. They can't move the bed because she has a roommate who's closer to the bathroom. Where do you currently live? Schneckenhaus. So there are like communal times, but Grandma, being the Chinese person that she is, hates being with the foreigners, which I made sure that she understood that she is unfortunately the foreigner now in this country. But to her, they are all foreign, and they all kind of scare her, and because there's not a lot of Chinese people, Grandma's a little intimidated when she has to be out in the common spaces, so she like really prefers being in her bed. But baby steps. I think once we transition her to long term, it'll be more practical for her to mingle. Oh, Philippines. It is, I mean, I could see the allure of New York for a lot of folks, but it's a lot. It's really expensive and really a lot. But having said that, especially because I don't drive, New York is possibly one of the few places in the United States where I can live self-sufficiently. Yeah. There is staffing shortage everywhere. Whoa. I love those fried, crunchy broad beans. I love them so much. They make my throat hurt though, and I never understood why. thing that everyone ate today? After I ended the live last night, I ate half of the cheesecake. Aaron came into the kitchen and he just stared at me because I was digging into it with a knife, a butter knife. And then I was like just feeding it to myself with a butter knife. And I stood there and I ate half the cheesecake and I was like, it's time for winter depression. I feel it. I feel it. It's that time of year where I'm just like, life, there's no point to this. Anari. One of the best croissant ever. Where? Where is it from? Vanilla yogurt that tastes like soft serve ice cream? Why are you guys not telling us the brands? You gotta let us know what brands we're gonna have to look out for with all these heavenly descriptions. Bye, Nikita. Doesn't everybody get sad? I feel like everybody gets sad. SAD, to clarify. Seasonal affective disorder. I love saltines. I've been taking vitamin D every day, yo. Sometimes it just doesn't work. I'm ripping up a Capital One bill that I found a stack of inside a drawer yesterday because people were coming to take away the furniture. I found it in a drawer. Yes, mush, holler mush. What is the diagnosis for ADHD like? What is the process through which you can decipher whether or not you have ADHD? Oh yes, I'm a big laksa fan. Aaron likes Assam laksa, and I like the not so tangy fishy one. Hello, Erica. Welcome to another session of Tearing Papers with June. Really exciting content to you, brought to you by Dead Mom with hoarding issues. I was just thinking to myself that the last time I cried so sporadically but frequently on public transportation was in 2016 when Trump got elected. But it's a very different kind of cry right now. I'm not snacking tonight because I basically binged 4 times all afternoon into the evening, and I was like, let me just brush my teeth and end the misery. We can continue binging tomorrow. It will just not really stop. Anyway. I got the teas. Tomorrow's a new day to make the same mistakes. How old were you when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real? And how old were you when you found out that New Year's resolutions weren't real? Oh shit, you love the rose mooncakes? Holy crap. You go, girl. I hated them. I'm so fucking glad that you like them. Mom was eating those just this Mid-Autumn Festival season, and she was like telling me that she was gonna save me some, and I'm like, whoa, Mom, don't save me any. And after she died, and I came over here, and I stared at the mooncakes, and I was like, well, Mom was gonna give them to me, so might as well eat one. And I like ate one, and I was like, this is disgusting. And I opened another one because she had 3 flavors. And I was like, let me try another flavor. And I was like, this is oh so disgusting. And I just started to like nibble on it, and halfway through the second one, I was like, stop. Do not do this. There are so many things that you're gonna wanna do just for the fear of missing out on your dead mom's wishes and on the missed opportunities that you could have had with her that you will never have again. And there's gonna be so many of these instances that you will drive yourself crazy and break yourself. Just throw it in the trash. So I stared at it and I was like, sorry, Mom, and I threw it away. So I'm glad, long story short, that you like it. It delights me. Thank you for eating it. I love mooncakes. I just don't like that particular mooncake. Thank you for requesting them and for eating them. Do you have Asian grocery stores near you, Erica, where you can find mooncakes and other stuff like this? I don't even remember your address anymore. That was when folks were like emailing me for CDs. Somebody emailed me for coins. You emailed me for mooncakes, and I was just like, yes, buy all the printing labels, print all of them, tape all of them, and then push all of them away. And I was like, just trying to check things off of my to-do list, and I don't even remember where everybody lives. I don't know what natural set point theory is. Can you explain it to me? Well, Erica, all the more special that you don't have regular access to these things and you got them. I'm so happy in that case. More happy than ever before. Different mooncakes taste different. There's different kinds of outside pastries, different kinds of fillings. My favorite one is the traditional pastry exterior with a really thick, almost like grainier peanut butter consistency of white lotus seed paste, lots of sugar, lots of fat, and with a double salted egg yolk. Hello, Alicia. That's really fun. For me, the best filling is white lotus seed out of the traditional flavors possible. And I cannot eat a mooncake unless you fucking have some egg yolk in there, okay? There's no point in eating a mooncake without egg yolk. None. Mooncakes are not something I want to make. They are very high intensive and like labor intensive, high time commitment. There's so many components to making a mooncake, and it will never come out like the ones that the stores make. And there's a reason why a tin of mooncakes, 4 mooncakes the size of my palm, will cost anywhere from $24 to like $80. They're just really, really difficult to make. So I'm not gonna subject myself to that. It's kind of like making, what would you liken it to making? I'm trying to think. I don't know, y'all. It's just not worth making it, in my opinion. Think about, I mean, eclairs come close because there are different components. You have to make the choux pastry, you have to make the pastry cream inside, you have to make the chocolate ganache on top. But like a mooncake, for a mooncake, you basically have to make the filling, and the filling is usually made from beans or dates and nuts or sesame seed or lotus seed, and you basically have to kind of boil them until they're very soft, and then you have to grind them and mush them up and fry them in oil, and then you have to mix in sugar and cook them down until they reach almost like a slightly caramel consistency so that they have a little bit of a bite to them. And then you set that filling aside, you portion them into little balls. You have to have a special mooncake presser thing that shapes it for you. Then you make the pastry. The pastry, I don't know, depending on what kind of pastry it is, it could be a laminated pastry with the flaky exteriors, like the ones that I sent Erica, or it could just be like a doughy, cakey pastry. Then you have to wrap the pastry around the filling, smush it into the shape that you desire with your little mooncake mold, and then you have to bake it. And then after you bake it, you have to take it out, you have to egg wash it a few times to give it that shiny exterior. And ideally you let it rest for a couple of days so that it kind of develops that ideal texture consistency. And I didn't even mention putting in salted duck egg yolks either. That's an extra step. You have to acquire the salted egg yolks. It's just too much, y'all. Ooh, I don't know how many of you recall on a previous shredding live, Mom apparently had a fraud report. There was like something called size slim showing up on her report, and she wrote question mark on her statement. Well, I just found another letter that was explaining all of that, and there's like a reference number and all of that. I mean, this is from 2015. I'm assuming that they fixed it, so I'm gonna tear it up. I have had mochi skin mooncakes once, I think. Erica, all the ones that I sent you are considered desserts, but they are kind of savory, right? Like, that's kind of why I hate them. For the mooncakes that I love, they are just straight up sweet and fatty-licious. The ones that Mom had like more textures in them. There's sesame. There's a little bit of like a herbaceous licoricey flavor coming through. I don't remember what the ingredients list says, but there's like a lot of random flavorings in there in addition to the rose and the nuts that, like, definitely not my thing. Mantou. You can definitely make mantou if you want to just take my steamed bun recipe on Delish and put no filling in it and steam it. Like, mantou is basically a bun with no filling. It's a steamed bread. Resized by, are you in New York City? My favorite steamed bun place in New York City is Golden Steamer. They have a location, I think, in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, but the original one is on Mott Street in Chinatown. I have not had their red bean paste one, but I have had their pumpkin one and their salted egg yolk one, and they're both fucking delicious. What is a giggle cake? Yeah, I mean, I don't know of any steamed bun places in Queens that I love. I'm sure there are some, but my favorite one is Golden Steamer. It's got more of like a Southern Chinese, Cantonese vibe to it. I bought it for Grandma, and Grandma always says the dough is too sweet for her. But I have more of a Southerner's palate sometimes, so I love the sweet things and I love the flour-based things. Grandma likes only savory stuff. I don't know what the upcoming autumn festival is. Is that also a Chinese holiday? I'm not very well versed in Chinese holidays, but the Moon Festival is the Mid-Autumn Festival, which has already passed. I have not been to a Russian Turkish bath. I don't have another passion or hobby besides food. That's a lie. I used to like taking photos photography used to be a hobby. But I don't have any current ones. My current hobby is tearing up my mom's mail. I don't have any advice regarding heartburn. My mom always tells me to eat some apple. I don't know if it's ever helped. What's my weirdest food combo? I don't know. You've seen enough of these lives. I'm sure you've seen something where you're like, please, June, no. Alright, we're down to a little more manageable of a stack. Only an hour and 12 minutes in. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Fish and condensed milk was not my combo, okay? That was for my job. One of you had the weird ass combo of canned sardines and condensed milk, and I had to do it. And actually, right before I left for my Cairo trip, Julian and I were talking about the 2 videos that I would start filming after I came back from the trip. One of which was a viewer's weird food combo Thanksgiving edition, which I was actually really looking forward to doing. But now I can't think about work anymore. That honestly feels like it was 8 or 9 months ago. It's so weird how time has just been dragging. And I feel like somehow 5 weeks have already passed since Mom died. And I feel like I've gotten stuff done, but nowhere near as much stuff done as I thought I would have gotten in 5 weeks. My back feels a little bit better. I haven't reused it yet. I don't know if I'll be doing these lives when I go back to work because my life will probably be work and then mom stuff. I think I'm gonna burn out, honestly. I'm pretty worried for myself, actually. I have boiled in an open can of condensed milk before, and I did survive. It did not explode. You just have to make sure that it is immersed under the water level at all times. I also just got a work email today that announced one of my colleagues that I worked, I haven't worked with her in a while, but we used to work with her very closely on the Delish team, that she just passed away, and she was only 30 years old. Maybe life has always been filled with death like this, but I guess I've just been noticing it more. Like how, I don't know, how much death there is. Kind of interesting because I feel like not too long ago I said on a live, I've not experienced death close to me. And now I have. Tess left Delish. Kelly, if you care about her, you will follow her on Instagram and you would have known sooner that she is no longer at Delish. She is a part of the Serious Eats team now. Yeah. Yep. Tess has moved on. Hello, Carrie. I know, this is a great coat. Mom left me with a shit ton of good fashion, okay? I will be wearing this shit. Y'all. Girlfriends. I put on that dress that I was putting away in the closet, the one where I got really creepy, talking about how great Mom's boobs looked in them. I put it on to wear to sleep. It makes me look like I have a body. There is something magical about that dress. So we need to figure out who manufactures that dress, and we need to tell them to make more. Because that is quite possibly the most flattering piece of clothing I've ever put on my body. Yeah, the fitted gray one, the sleeveless one, the one that's like jersey knit cotton with like a lot of balling happening around because it's really old. It's like it's like a magic glove. Next time we're back in Woodside, y'all just need to remind me to put on the freaking dress. It's like beautifully fitted. The bodice has like all of the tailoring to really just angle your upper body and your torso, and then the dress kind of flares out. It's one of those cuts where if you spin and twirl, the dress will kind of like umbrella up and float. It doesn't look like a dress when it's on the hanger that will impress, but like once you put it on, that dress is... I don't know, I think Aaron was already asleep. I've been going to bed very late. I don't know what fabric it was. It felt like a polyester cotton blend. It definitely wasn't cotton because the pilling that was happening on the fabric wouldn't have happened to cotton. Wouldn't have happened to pure cotton anyway. I like to think that my modeling style is one that shows off the clothing and what it fits like, rather than like strut, which is all about selling the style and not about selling the practicality. You gotta know what you're signing up for. You gotta know where it hits on your arms, where it hits on the shoulders, how stretchy it is, can you squat in it, can you bend over in it, can you turn around and hug someone without tearing fabric. Hello, Vanita Jones. Ooh, we're down to the last 5 pieces of mail. We could get this done in under an hour and a half. That wasn't too bad. I will just say though, when I found this stack, I was like, oh hell no. Hell no. I bought Grandma some new scissors today. I think they were bigger than the ones we had before. And I took it home because she was like, you need to put some oil in it to make it smooth. So I WD-40'd it. It looks like the one that she had before, but I think the one she had before was a little bit better. It was $4 plus tax at the dollar store. No snack time tonight, guys. Sorry, I already brushed. I want a snack too, but not tonight. If I eat any more, I will just be that much more miserable. And I know myself well enough now to be like, tomorrow's another day. I have a lot of hangers. If you want me to save any for you, let me know. The yarn, some people have said they want it, but they can't come pick it up until like Friday or the weekend. So I'm giving it to the first person who can make it. But you're welcome to always DM me. Don't be shy about DMing me about the status of things. If you have anything that you want and you want to see if it's still available, I welcome all DMs, because my source of happiness is seeing these things go to a new home. So just ask me when you have time to potentially pick up, if they're still available. I have been holding some bigger items for people, but for smaller item, it's just whoever comes first. I don't think we want to fix the sweater mustard dress. It's too weird. That fit is too fucking weird. Okay, I can tell you about my snacking before. The date cookies that Erin got me, I ate about 8 of those. I currently only have like 7 left, so I went through that whole tin relatively fast. And then I ate 2 apples, like ginormous apples, that were unfortunately kind of mealy, but still tasted quite good. I had some coconut flakes that Mom had in the fridge. They are they're dehydrated coconut flakes, but they taste almost juicy. They got that like good coconut fat in them, and you can almost feel a little bit of oil being pressed out between your teeth when you chew down. And then I had this. I'm gonna show you. This Pyrex bowl was filled. And now we have like a cup left. This is sticky rice and quinoa and wood ear, and then the rest of that open jar of mysterious meat sauce that I had, plus turmeric, sesame oil, black pepper, white pepper, and a little bit of balsamic. It's really good. I'm really into this Instant Pot wood ear mush series. Unfortunately, because I took all of the cooking ingredients back to Woodside just to empty out the house a little bit more, I won't probably be making any more Instant Pot meals. So my next trip, I should probably bring the Instant Pot back too, because there's no point. We're done. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I'm gonna put some water on the boil, and then we can make some more tea. hibiscus tea too. Erin got me that from Egypt, but I brought it back to Woodside. So. Instant Pot is better than slow cooker because Instant Pot has slow cooking functionalities, and things that come out of a slow cooker most of the time taste like shit to me. They taste like shit to me. Woo-hoo. Jennifer, just make sure you look up a tutorial on how to close the lid properly and how to close off the vent, and then just start pressing buttons. It's really intuitive after you use it for the first time. I don't really remake meals, no. This is the mysterious meat sauce jar. I'm soaking the label off. I honestly don't know what I do to trigger this sink from leaking, because sometimes it doesn't leak. I don't get it. Oh well, that's too bad. Have a good date, Faye. Bye. What else do I have on my to-do list? Peel jar, shred more mail, make cake, make shrimp chips. Put quarters into pill jars. Yes. So originally, Grandma had sorted out all the quarters because Julia said she needed laundry money, so I was ready to give it to Julia, but then Julia said she couldn't come to Queens Village anymore, so now I'm just trying to spend all the quarters. If anybody needs quarters for laundry in New York City and you want to exchange dollar bills with me, let me know. But for now, I'm going to put them in a pill bottle. This one is so hard to open. You good, Holmes? Okay. All right. Here we go. We're counting. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. All right, $8. Let's mark it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you guys know that we have a coin shortage? Oh, that's the phrase that I can't say fast. Coin shortage. Coin shortage. It's probably because my mom was hoarding all of these coins. Actually, this was from my middle school piggy bank jar. So I was hoarding it. Sorry, y'all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, water's boiled. Whoops, sorry. Bye, Michelle Diane. Yeah, why do we have a coin shortage? What's going on, guys? Is our world just completely falling apart? I don't get it. I wish I could get high. We got some mint tea. I'm gonna use 2 tea bags. Strong stuff. Wow, it's dripping so bad right now. I've never heard it drip so much. I feel like Mom had all these ways of like knowing exactly what to do with this faucet so that I didn't drip. And also the door to the backyard can't close fully. And I remember she just had this one little trick of something that she did with a certain part of the door that would allow it to close completely. But I don't know what she did. Yeah, I just tried to turn it on high and off again, but it did not work this time. But you're right, that is usually what works. Ooh, closing the valves. I thought about it. Seems like a lot of work, and I don't want anything else to break in this house, so I want it to be touching as little as possible. The sink probably needs a lot of things. Yes? Is there a phone number on the box? Yeah, I don't know what phone number that is though. You can call it and you can let me know. I don't recognize it. If you call that number and you let me know who it is, I will thank you. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, a nickel. 7, 8. Grandma failed her job. Grandma. Maybe Grandma can fix the backpack. That's a good idea. Thanks. I found this cute little wallet that I had maybe in like middle school or high school. Time to sort our coins. Quarters. Well, I think the ones that I got for her are fabric scissors, or at least they claim to be. lot of these are like the collectible 50 states quarters. I think my mom was collecting them for a long time. To what end, though? I don't think anybody's buying them. She also collected wheat pennies. I looked them up on eBay. They're, like, worth nothing. What are slugs? Okay, I think that's it for all the quarters. Misprinted coins? How do you misprint a coin? And what would be a misprint? Oh, we got a Canadian penny infiltrating us. Things that people collect shock me. Like, why do you care? Why do you care that there's a typo? Okay, we got pennies. What do you guys think I should put in this huge ass pill box? For all of the Americans in the chat, what is your favorite US coin? Do you have one? I have some Sacagaweas. I was thinking about using them. What are silver dollars? I don't know if I've ever seen one. Wow. Literally nobody is saying dimes or nickels. Okay. Wonder whose phone number this is. Guess time to take a photo. I went through a nickel phase, but I think now I'm in my dime phase. I just found a J pin. Let's put it on my backpack. How heartbroken do y'all get when you lose a pin? Oh, I can't even use this pin. The backing doesn't even stay on. Fuck. That sucks. Huh. Why are you not staying on, pin? Guess it's time to trash. Yeah, but I'm not gonna get a new packing for this. Who has time to hunt down a new packing? Pencil eraser to hold it in place? I don't think that's gonna work. Feel like it's just gonna get lost anyway, right? I think I threw out all of my pencils, unfortunately. Another day then. Oh, I found earring backings though. Nice. Thanks, Mom. Does anybody want a really cool blue stone of some sort as a paperweight? Bobby pins. These look relatively new. These will not be staying in my hair. I can toss. Alright, we got some 2000 Sacagawea. Am I saying that name right? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Coins. We got 5 of them. I believe the MTA vending machine used to dispense these as change, which is where I got all of them. I'm just gonna spend them, right? No reason for me to hold on to them. Will it fit in the pill bottle? Is my question. No, they will not fit in the pill bottle. They're worth value beyond their dollar worth? How much are they worth? Probably not worth my time. These aren't silver though. I don't know what they are. Okay. They are all P's underneath the 2000. All P's. What's the difference? They're not really in great shape. Oh my god, you guys are getting me to sell coins. Let me ask Aaron if he wants to list these on eBay. I don't want to keep coins. Do you want them to? I'm tired of keeping things. People are telling me to keep the coins. People are telling me to keep the house. People are telling me to keep everything of Mom's, and I just... There's already so much for me to keep, and there is something so psychologically painful about holding on to everything. It becomes impossible. I sleep okay at Mom's house, but sometimes it gets very cold. Like, uncomfortably cold. And I'm not trying to make anybody who's telling me to hold on to stuff feel bad. I get it. in a way you're looking out for me and you think that it is best to hold on to them and you think I can gain financially from them, but I think a big thing to keep in mind here is I'm not really motivated financially. I'm motivated by trying to escape pain. And money brings me pain. So it would be unwise of me to try to squeeze financial benefit out of every scenario when that isn't a result that would benefit me. You would think common sense it would benefit me, and it very well might in a very tangible way, but a lot of my existence is intangible. Have a good night. I'm gonna wash my hands. What is everyone's favorite Band-Aid brand? Because CVS ain't it. CVS has got some weak ass Band-Aids. Where's my towel? These are the cutest pairs, I think. The plaid ones. She even sewed little straps on for these. I like NextCare too. NextCare is the shit. I'm gonna take the elastic off because it's gotten so old that they are cracking now. They feel a little bit small for my feet. These are probably 7s. Snug fit on 7s. No, I bought these scissors. These are new scissors. Unfortunately not as good as the one that Grandma had, but I did my best. I think I lost them. I think my backpack was open and they fell out or somebody took them. Not sure. I didn't hear a clatter, but not sure what happened. And then Grandma told me that I have to close my backpack. How can I walk around with my backpack open? And I was like, well, Grandma, you try dealing with all this shit and keeping your backpack closed all this time. I'm just thankful I didn't lose my wallet or my keys or my phones. So that would have been very bad. Much worse than losing a pair of scissors. Grandma doesn't seem to want to knit. I gave her the yarn and she was like, don't want it, don't have time for it. I was like, Grandma, you have nothing but time. But she doesn't seem into it, which is why I'm giving the yarn and the needles away. I have an agent coming tomorrow and I feel like I should clean, but I also feel like I'm disastrously tired, so I'm actually just gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna take y'all with me. Maybe I'll take my tea? Oh, of course, my towel is here. I hid it underneath the tea. Right. Forgot about that. I'm gonna come, wait. Yeah, I do feel very scattered these days. I don't know what it is, but I feel very, very scattered. I wanted to test this pin thing first with earring backing. Do I have an earring backing on? Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna trade my earring backing because this is tiny. It's a tiny backing. This is a large backing, which I think is better for the pin. And this looks better on my ear anyway, so. Oh my god, where did I put the pin? Y'all. How do I make sure I don't stab myself with the back of this? Maybe I have to put on another one, huh? Well, we'll see. We'll see if this one stays on. Not sure. Stay tuned. This was my middle school backpack. Very pink. This is a Bernie pin. This is a pin that says, "Be happy!" And it's a matchstick man. And he's being lit and he's crying. He looks very sad. This encapsulates my existence. This is a pin that I got from my year teaching in China. Lucky number 13 on the bottom right here. JanSports do last forever, no lie. 2001 elementary graduation pin. That's my elementary school. I don't know what GO stands for. This is a pin that I got off of my mom's work badge, which I trashed yesterday because I just could not find a reason for keeping it, but I took the pin. I had another pin that was my high school graduation pin, but unfortunately that one fell off. I have it at home. I just don't know if it's gonna stay on, so that's that. All right. I'm gonna take. How do I do this? This is a bad idea. You know what? You guys are gonna stay here. I'll be back for you. I'm going to hope that by going to sleep, what time is it? Oh my god, it's only 9. I'm going to hope that going to sleep by hopefully 10:30, that will mean that I can wake up a little bit earlier tomorrow and clean up this shit. I do feel truly embarrassed when anyone comes into this house and just looks at the fucking shit show that's here. And it just feels like very defeating that no matter how hard I feel like I'm working, I'm still not there yet. I've been trying to not clean the house, but I've been trying to sort everything and trash everything myself. because I want to understand what my mom was living in. And I want to understand the circumstances of her life and also my grandma's life. And I feel like if I just hired people